Hey everyone, welcome to section 4.1. In this question, we'll be taking a look at different cash flows and also comparing different interest rates. So you can see I got my data. Do point out I went ahead and made these negative numbers for a cash inflow, and we'll take a look at our timeline right now. So now in this question, we're trying to figure out the future cash value. So that means we know that our timeline, the money is moving forward. Okay, so in this case, we're moving to year 7, and the money is being inflowed at the end of each year. Okay, so what that means is if we take a look at year 1, looks like we have we're putting in 15,000. Okay, year 2, 21,000. And 28 in year 3. Notice in year 4 and 5 and 6, we're not putting in any money. And finally in year 7, we're going to put in 140,000. And ultimately we're trying to figure out is what's the value of all this money here in year 7. Okay, the future value in year 7. So we know the years, but we don't quite know the number of periods in those years yet. So, I mean, we can count. So let's just take a look at it. So we know that at the end of year 1, so in other words, when year 1 is finished, we've put in 15,000. So in terms of the number of years, and we'll just make a column there for this, we know that in year 1, we're going to count to year 7. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So in other words, in year 1, the number of years that will pass by for this to mature, the future value in year 7 is 6 years. Okay, and we can just look at that mathematically. So it's going to be the total number of years, which is year 7, okay, minus what year it is. Oh, and let's make sure this is just a general. Okay. So we can go ahead and do that for all the years. Okay, so again, you can see in year 7, there is going to be no number of years or periods have gone by, okay, because the present value is also the future value because we're determining everything in year 7. Okay, so we know the number of periods, we know the present value, which is the cash inflow. Now we just have to account for the rates. So in this question, we have 3 rates that we're going to consider, starting with 5%, and then we have 11% and 17%. So now that we've done our timeline, it looks like we have the data we need to complete our future values calculations. And finally, if we figure out the sum of each future value, that will help us solve this question. So we'll use the future value function. We know our rate is 5% in this column. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make it an absolute value. Just click F4. That will make sure it's absolute. So when we drag it, we can keep the same value, the same interest rate. Our number of periods, that will change, but in this case, in year 1, it's 6. Remember, 6 periods. There is no payment being made. We know our present value, so it's currently worth 15,000. And we know it's the end of the period, so we're going to go ahead with the 0 type. Okay. So now that we have that, we can just autofill. Okay. A good sign that you see the 140 should be the same because again, no time has gone by. So the present value is also the future value in year 7. Okay. So once we have all of the future values of each cash inflow, we can sum or total them up, and that will give us the future value of the cash inflow at 5%. Okay, so in this case, it looks like it's about 22,000 or 220,000. Pardon me. And if we want a round, of course we can do that. But just to use Excel, why don't we let Excel round for us, okay? And it looks like it's 22,057 cents. Okay, wonderful. And we can go ahead and complete the rest. So again, we'll use the same rate, we'll use the same function. The rate will change. Okay, so in this case, we're looking at an 11% investment. And our number of years will be the same. Present value, again, is 15,000. Type is 0. Okay, so again, we can use our auto sum. Looks like, and you should see an increase because the interest rate is increasing, right? So future value of money, the interest rate or the rate increases, then the value of the money should also increase. Okay, and finally the 17%. Good little practice for us. Just when we get to the quiz, it'll be too fun. Number of years, number of periods, let's say number of years, and present value. Okay, so again, see that increase, which is good, and we should have 140,000 at year 7. Wonderful. And we're just going to add them up like we've been doing. Whoa. Okay. Wonderful. On to the next question. Thanks for watching. Happy financing.